everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I'm working through the new kit for April 2021 from By the Well for God, What Jesus Commands. Now this is going to be a super simple page, which is awesome because sometimes I just don't go for the simple pages, but I really like how this turned out, and I got it done before my kids woke up in the morning. So I grabbed the stencil from By the Well for God, and I'm just using my Distress Oxides to color it in. If you want to recreate this look, I use cracked pistachio, evergreen bough, and a little bit of weathered wood. The weathered wood was just to distress it just a little bit and make it look like an older typewriter. Now I just started using these makeup brushes for use with stencils, and I actually really like how they cover. They cover really well with a stencil, and they take a lot less time than a finger dauber, and the actual floofy makeup brushes that I use don't give such a strong color. So this is a great option if you like a lot of color and definition in your stencils. Now this is an older alpha stamp from By the Well for God. It is called the right type, and this is the lower alpha one. They also have an uppercase alpha, but that wasn't in stock when I grabbed my kit, so I just picked up this one. And I am just spelling out "Let Your Light Shine," which is going to be my title for this page. Now, since I'm working with lighter colors, I decided to use a gray to stamp this out. This is an archival ink, and then I am also embossing it with some clear embossing powder. This will help later on because I'll be adding glossy accents to these letters, and it will help hold that glossy accents in the right place. I feel like glossy accents is a little underrated in the Bible journaling community. It really adds something fun to a page. You might not be able to see it as much in pictures, but when you see the page in person, it adds such a cool texture and looks like glass over everything. So definitely pick some up if you haven't before. Here I am adding just a little bit of gray neo color to the side just to add some shading. I didn't want it to be darker, obviously, than the letters, so I chose a very light gray and just added it to one side of each button. Now, even though this page is super simple, I want to add a floral bunch to it because it's missing something. And so these are the printables that you get once you purchase the By the Well for God kits. These are all the ephemera pieces just given to you in a printable version. And I decided to enlarge mine and flip mine horizontally, etc. in my Silhouette software. But how I store these is I kind of do a rough cut at the beginning when I print them out. And so I can kind of see what they would look like on a page, but I don't have to fussy cut them because I'm super particular and like my fussy cuts to be super tight to the line. And so that just takes a long time to do. So doing a rough cut really helps me save time, but also lets me see what they will look like on a page. Now I'm going to move on to these typewriter buttons. This page required a lot of cutting, so if you don't like cutting or if it bothers your hands, this might not be the best page for you. That was basically the bulk of this page, was cutting stuff out. But I find it worth it, so I just fast forward this a little bit for you so you're not just sitting here watching me cut out little tiny circles. Now, after cutting all these out, I'm not really liking how they are laying flat on the page, so I decided I'm going to pop them up with some little foam squares. So I'm going to just lay these out the way I want them first, and then I'm going to grab foam squares and just take one letter at a time and pop it up with a little tiny foam square. I really like how this turned out. Now, obviously, it stands out. It makes the whole title just pop out at you. No pun intended, but it also makes it look like a real typewriter, like the buttons that pop out kind of on a typewriter. So I thought this was a really fun way to use this alpha stamp and some foam dots. Since my artwork is on the bottom third of my illustrating Bible, I really want to bring something big and bold to the top half. And so I'm going to highlight this verse, and then I will rifle through my fabrics, and I find this really pretty pink color fabric, and I'm just starting to cut it. I just make a 1-inch cut, and then I rip it because I really appreciate the look of a ripped fabric rather than cut. I don't know why, it's just my thing. And then I'm going to put it on this paper clip and fidget with it. Now, making bows, you basically just have to make a bow like you're tying your shoes, except I do it without the first knot. And then you just keep on fidgeting with it until you like it. To finish this page off, I will grab my glossy accents and add a little dollop to each one of these buttons, and that will complete the look. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate all you that have done that already. And please go ahead and follow me over on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. I do more kind of behind the scenes stuff with my Instagram page and just everyday crafting. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless.